area 724-437-7100 or in Connellsville area 724-628-7200 and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borges.
For funeral services from pre-need to at-need, burial or cremation, call Gates Funeral Home and Crematory, located at 136 North Gallatin Avenue in a beautifully restored historic home. Family owned and operated by Rick Gates, former Brownsville resident and Guyville alumni, the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory offers warmth, convenience, affordability, and ample parking. With a knowledgeable funeral director and compassionate staff, the Gates family and the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory are ready to assist you.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Hot Topics with Kendall and Bill for this Friday, December the 5th. So you were quicker than me turning on my watch.
Well, I guess I just knew the date.
Well, yeah, there is that too. But I always that's typical. I always like to double check, even if I'm absolutely sure.
Well,
I
you
like
did,
to double
and
stay.
it is the 5th.
It is the 5th. And we are brought to you by
Tire Man's Auto Garage, K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Hicks and Boss Drugstore, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, Gary's Auto Sales, and Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping. 724-438-4593, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. We have open conversation today. We are also live streaming on our WMBS Facebook page, so you could like and share the show or just comment below on what we are talking about or whatever's on your mind. Not Russ. I told Russ he could come in, but he's unable to. But Paul is not with us today. He has a life.
Yeah.
And is
good for him.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so just to get into some things, do you have any housekeeping?
Yes. Let's. We've got high school basketball tonight.
Okay.
C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night with the Spouse Insurance Group pregame show. Actually, it's the afternoon because it's a 4:40 start time for the pregame show, and then the tip-off at 5:30 for Laurel Highlands at Yock. It's going to be at Ligonier Valley. Tomorrow we're going to be on the road.
Okay.
At 10 o'clock we'll be at Neubauer's Flowers.
Oh, what are you going to do there?
We're going to have a live remote there.
Inside?
Yeah. When I've done it in the past, it's outside, so dress warm.
So what do you know what it's about?
Well, it doesn't say.
It's okay if you don't.
Doesn't say
but
here.
let's not give any fake news.
No, but I do know that we will be out there. They've got big events going on out there at Neubauer.
How long are you going to be there?
I'm going to be there till noon. We'll have the wheel. We'll be out there giving away spectacular prizes.
Great. All right. Well, dress warm and go there.
And then high school basketball again tomorrow. We will have Uniontown at EF in the pregame at 11:30 and the tip-off at noon. Then Laurel Highlands taking on Marion Center. Anyway, we will have that as well following the game. So it's a whole lot of basketball, and we've got the weather for it.
So Bill, did you notice there was an article that was being shared on Facebook this past week it's an independent. It's called the this one's called Your News Know Everything. It's like I don't know. I feel like a bunch of journalists can just write stories, and this one, Robert Burns from the Independent Pen did a story, and the Independent Pen is a grassroots investigative journalism project committed to exposing corruption, holding public officials accountable for amplifying the voices of everyday Pennsylvanians, founded by a coalition of concerned citizens, journalists, and watchdog advocates. Independent Penn operates independently of party politics and corporate influence. They dig deep into local and state level issues, especially the... You got that over there?
No.
Okay. Especially those ignored or buried by legacy media. Their mission is simple: truth over talking points, transparency over party loyalty, and people over politics. So, Robert Burns.
Right.
I'm surprised because I read this and I'm like, okay. And I'm glad that Commissioner Dunn has been being his own PR, representing obviously the commissioners and their decision to go into contract with a local business, Ford Business Machines. So this article, Fayette County's copier contract bombshell. So I'm like, all right, so I'm listening.
The word bombshell kind of lends it to paying attention.
Yeah. And it said that the county approved over $3.8 million no-bid contract. It states that it was approved without bidding, RFPs, or competitive quotes, and alleges that the contract contains cancelable, irrevocable language, which the article claims is illegal for Pennsylvania counties.
Right.
It says that, so it alleges that Fayette County agreed to pay Ford Business Machines $3.8 million through 11 semi-annual payments, about $350,000 each. Says that Fayette County pays around $700,000, while other similar counties pay about $144,000 to $360,000 per year for copier service. Which you're like, what? That's crazy, right?
Right.
Well, Commissioner Dunn put out a statement, and he's going to call in. Commissioner Dunn can call in, but I'm surprised that Robert Burns or anyone would put out an article without checking the facts, right? And look, I don't stick up for anybody in public office if I don't. I mean, it's
quite
never
the
personal.
opposite, but yes.
Yes. So we're going to have Commissioner Dunn call in, and he can clear up any misconceptions or mistruths about the article. If Commissioner Dunn wants to give us a call.
On the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line.
Yes.
724-438-4593. Yeah, I'm sorry, but since Robert Burns is also the name of a well-known poet, I'm wondering if that's a pseudonym. So I mean.
Well, he's done, and I've looked up some of his stories, and he does a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I'm looking on the Independent Penn, the paper for We the People. Mm-hmm. And you just gotta wonder, like, who? So obviously, someone had to give him this information for him to write about it. But like, I mean, as a journalist, aren't you gonna do some right to knows to find out the truth?
Well, yeah, except the word journalist has become very elastic.
Yeah. Over
the course of the years. And I believe we have Commissioner Dunn on the phone. Commissioner Dunn, are you there?
I am here.
Thanks
Good
so
afternoon.
much for calling.
Yeah, no problem.
So break it down for the listeners and for Bill and I. As you were listening, I talked about the article by Robert Burns from the Independent Penn, the title Fayette County's copier contract bombshell.
Okay, so I don't know Mr. Burns at all or that website, but other than the fact that they seem to put out a lot of hit pieces on Fayette County, and so I'm not exactly sure who that is. I don't believe that they are a reputable source for news. I don't believe that is news. If you
well,
will.
it would be news if it were true.
Oh, 100%. 100%. It would be news if it was true. So he sent an email on Thanksgiving Friday saying that, asking some questions and giving us a Monday deadline. And during that time, I read Facebook posts that said, "Wait till you see what comes out Monday." So, and I read that on Saturday. So it's already written. So I didn't respond to it, not knowing exactly what the article would say. And quite frankly, I've never read the article. I don't give those people the benefit of a click. Assuming that, I read the bombshell, which, in my response, I said the bombshell is quite the dud when you actually read into everything. Fayette County does not spend $700,000 a year on copiers. We actually spend $280,000 a year, approximately, on copiers. That contract includes IT services. So we do not have, Fayette County does not have on-staff IT services. We contract that out. And the Ford Office Technologies is the company that we contract for their services. So, there's a lot to it. We are constantly, and I know this because I am the focal point of most of the hacking attacks that happen in Fayette County.
Which is part of the services that they provide is because of the increasing cyber attacks.
Right, and so if you notice, Washington County had a cyber attack. They had to pay. They got ransomed for their to get their data back. Now some of that's covered by insurance, but knocking on wood, that hasn't happened here yet. And the other issue is there are these phishing emails that, and one of them, I'll give you an example. One of them said it came from me to our finance department saying, make sure you pay this bill for $121,000. Luckily, we're small enough that my finance department went, that doesn't seem right. And questioned me, and I'm like, I'd never sent you an email. But, there was a copy of an invoice on there. It went to a fictitious address in Arizona. Had people's names on it with their phone numbers and all. Obviously none of it led anywhere. But those are the types of things that are happening in Fayette County, happening everywhere. These scammers trying to scam you out of your money. And Ford is on the front line of that through our firewall. We had an issue in October where I was awaiting information from Penn State on the campus closure, and I got an email that didn't look right, but it was the information that I thought I was awaiting.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, can I open this? And they're like, absolutely not. They told me.
So
it hit our firewall, and they were like, no, stop this. Don't open that up.
So getting back to what was alleged in that article by Robert Burns from the Independent Pen. So when it comes to the bidding process, and how the bombshell was that this contract was, you guys went into contract with Ford Business Machines and there was no formal bidding process done. In your response, you talked about CoStars, which is the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania's cooperative purchasing program. And it supports local government, municipalities, school districts, authorities, nonprofits, and other eligible entities to buy goods and services from pre-approved vendors at competitive state contracting prices without having to go through the formal public bidding process. So, Commissioner Dunn, explain how it's not a bombshell because of the fact that you went through CoStars and Ford Business Machine is an approved CoStars vendor, if you will.
Right. And each of the CoStars vendors is approved for a certain task. I can't buy tires through Ford. They're not you know what I mean? Like they're there are segments of business where you are approved.
And each,
so
just to interrupt you, for the listeners, each contract type has its own requirements and pricing structure. So, like you said, you can't go buy tires, but if you wanted to find something for furnishings or maintenance and supplies, CoStars has its own little department for that or section for that as well.
And we do buy tires through CoStars. That's just another example. We used to go through the bidding process, and what would happen would be, a single tire supplier would get the contract, and then Fact Bus would go and say, "I need these tires today," and they would go, "I have to order them," and so or in some other way not be able to fulfill the contract for the tires. So so we started buying tires through the CoStars program as well. And then you have to remember there's a cost of doing business, and that writing an RFP isn't as simple as, quite frankly, what we do is we get another county's RFP and we go through it and change Clarion County to Fayette County. But then that's the easy part. Then you have to make sure this RFP is actually what you want them to bid on, because an RFP is a request for proposal. It's basically a bid. Because if the people who are going to bid on these projects don't understand the exact thing that they have to do, you're going to have people complaining that somebody won a bid, but then they didn't know that they had to perform these additional tasks or what have you. So it has to be really spelled out. Doing an RFP is probably a 2 to 3 week process, not all day, every day. But by the time everybody reviews it, by the time our solicitor reviews it, we have 2 to 3 weeks into an RFP. And quite frankly, Fayette County doesn't have a huge staff to do this. I have personally written 3 RFPs myself. And then have to have the department heads check them for accuracy and have the solicitor check them for accuracy. So there's a lot that goes into that. Then you have to go through an advertising process. Again, that may be $1,000 or so. But this through CoStars, you avoid all that, and you can just deal directly with a CoStars approved vendor, and sign a contract.
Talk about the claim that Fayette County's contract is unusual or illegal because it's non-cancelable.
That would be, I don't know about that, to be honest with you. That would be a legal question. That's the first time I've heard that through this whole process. That's the first time I've ever heard that.
And how often?
And again, we've had
so is the contract? Is it a forever contract, or can you, for example, if you guys thought, let's go see how much we're paying, let's go back into CoStars, and let's look around to see if we could get, do you have the option if you wanted to shop around again?
Absolutely, and that is a possibility. CoStars is not the lowest price every time, but it is through the state. They're saying this is the lowest price. This is the lowest agreeable price that we think is acceptable to avoid the bidding process.
Okay.
And again, to save money on the bidding process, these are the prices that are acceptable. But if we went through the bidding process, maybe it would be cheaper. And we have done that through certain things. Some things we're required to bid out, and some things we are not required to bid out. There are what's called professional services. If we hire an attorney to defend Fayette County for some reason, or to file a lawsuit for some reason, we do not have to bid that out at all. We can just select an attorney. Then that's not through CoStars.
Right.
So attorneys, accountants, and things like that.
Basically, and again, just as we spoke prior to the show today, and I said, hey, listen, I was telling Commissioner Dunn-Bill, I said, listen, I have to address this.
Yeah.
And I said, why don't you just call in? And I do think it's good that you are. I think it's time. I mean, I've thought for a while now, why aren't they responding to this or why aren't they responding to that? And sometimes, right, it's not worth giving anything the air to breathe. But I think in this case, when an article that looks legitimate, and of course you don't want people to assume that you guys are doing shady business. I think it's good that you made your statement, and I think that you should keep making your statement. On your Facebook page, Commissioner Scott Dunn, and I don't know if the two other commissioners are commenting or if they're making any kind of public statements, but you have shared just recently, this within the past, hour?
Today, about an hour ago, I actually got copies of we make semi-annual payments for IT and copiers to Ford. And I posted the requisitions that literally detail how much it's $350,000 per twice a year, and it details literally how much went to the copiers and how much went to IT.
Whenever they on the Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, whenever you got the email, did you have an idea then were you able to make some sense of where this article, what was going to come out? Was it about the copiers? Were they legitimate questions that could have been answered to them? They could have held off on the article and then never wrote the article, right? Because they would have gotten the proper information.
Right. I mean, it took our finance staff about 10 minutes to get me copies of the requisitions.
And so they could have avoided this whole, because to me it's like, and there are a certain cast of characters in this county that are going to share things, and they, I don't know, they have this platform, and they like to pretend, they like to think that they're always dropping these big bombshells. But at this point, it's like something has to come true from one of their claims. Otherwise, they have zero credibility. You know what I mean, Bill?
I've been looking on the Independent Pen website. They advertise themselves as a conservative voice for honest government, but nothing on the actual website is current. So I don't even know if it exists as a website anymore. Okay. So I don't know where. But Robert Burns, like I said, I'm a little suspicious when somebody is named after a famous Scottish poet. But that's just the cynical me.
Commissioner Dunn, appreciate your call. In this case, the story was fake. I mean, it's inaccurate,
much ado about nothing.
Honestly, yeah.
And yeah.
But it is definitely targeting the citizens and trying to create local conflict.
Absolutely.
Which we have enough of that. But thank you so much for calling in, Commissioner Dunn. And
all right.
We like to have you right there to give us a call in case you need to clear anything up.
All right. Sounds great.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. You're always welcome. Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
It's Commissioner Scott Dunn. Like I said, I'm not too sure about the legitimacy of the Independent Pen, but because I looked on their website, there's no story there.
And look, if Robert Burns wants to give us a call,
or whatever his name is.
Yep, it's from the Independent Pen, 724-438-4593, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, or even anyone who wants to call in who's kind of taking this story on. I know John Marietta is seeming like he. If I had to guess, I mean, I'm not saying for sure because I don't know, but yeah, he has to be behind this in my mind. I would guess. And he's never been shy about criticizing the commissioner. So if John Marietta wants to call in too, feel free. Until then, we will take a quick break and we will be back with more Hot Topics.
And this is Hot Topics on your local station, WMBS.
Watch The Catholic Accent this Sunday morning at 11:30 on WPXI. As we begin the season of Advent and prepare our hearts for the light of the world, learn why we celebrate this season as we move toward Christmas, and how your family can participate in this season of hope. Discover what we know about Mary, the Mother of Christ. her role in the Nativity, her travels across the diocese, and how she continues to care for those in need during this season of hope. Tune into The Catholic Accent this Sunday morning at 11:30 on WPXI.
I'm Aaron Zolbrod, owner and founder of the health insurance store in Connellsville, and I have an important message for those on Medicare. Premiums for Part B, Advantage plans, and supplements are all increasing for 2026. In addition, many people will be faced with higher medical copays and $600 to $1,400 in additional out-of-pocket medication costs next year. Don't panic. You have options, and the health insurance store can compare every competitive Advantage plan and supplement side by side, ensuring that you get the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Since 2008, over 20,000 people have put their trust in the health insurance store to help them navigate the Medicare maze. With all the current and future changes, higher premiums, and out-of-pocket costs, never has it been more important to have an experienced and caring agency looking out and advocating for you. For a no-cost consultation, call the health insurance store at 724-603-3403, 603-3403, or visit us online, www.getyourbestplan.com. GetYourBestPlan.com.
Hi, folks. Sal Santori here, inviting you to tune in for our new show, 100% Truth, right here on WMBS 590 AM and 101.1 FM. We talk with neighbors about what current proposed legislation could do to our community service providers like our fire companies, VFWs, and favorite bars and restaurants, just to name a few. Join us every Sunday morning at 6, Monday drive at 5:15, and Tuesday to start your lunch at 11:15.
439-2323.
For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning,
Your service company.
Be prepared for bone-chilling winter weather. Have Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning install a Bryant high-efficiency furnace in your home to replace that old worn-out system you now have. Choose Bryant's Plus 90 gas furnace or other quality heating system to keep yourself and your family warm and toasty this winter. Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning will also keep your present furnace running at peak efficiency with their 15-point safety check and cleaning. Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning today for your appointment. 724-439-2323. That's Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729 for mental health urgent care at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what
The local station WMBS. Hot Topics with Kendall and Bill, and I want to thank Commissioner Scott Dunn for joining us and giving us his information on this story, and we will continue to follow it here as well. So, if anybody wants to talk about it, give us a yell on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593.
So I recently learned of something very concerning.
Yes.
I don't. If anyone follows the city council meetings,
right,
which are thanks to Neubauer's Flower and Market House,
right,
WMBS live streams those. They are on our WMBS Facebook page, or you can find them on our WMBS YouTube page. They're archived in there.
Right. Where we'll be live this Saturday from 10 until noon.
And something it's been trending for a while now that there's constantly police officers resigning.
Yeah.
And they're not replacing. Those things happen at the council meetings. I can't remember the last time there was a swearing in, but they're losing way more than they're gaining. Yes, and it's because of the inability to offer competitive pay.
Right.
And they're leaving for close by municipalities.
Better paying.
Yes, and less crime, really. And if you listen to the director's reports, when Chief DeWitt goes up and gives the monthly report, the call volume, Bill, is not lowering.
No, and I think this is reflective also of a national trend. We're losing police officers anyway, all over the country. And they're just giving up the career and moving on to something else. I'm not saying that's what's happening here. I'm just saying that's nationwide. But you've got a stretched thin police department as it is.
In the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And so they're not offering competitive. Oh, and if Mayor Gerke, I know he listens to the show, 724-438-4593. Call in. He is the mayor who is in charge of the police department. And I'd like to hear from him if he's willing to call. Or he can even come in anytime. So they're so short on manpower that from 10:30 p.m. to 6:30 a.m., which is midnight shift,
Right.
we have 0 city police.
So they handed over to the state police?
So PSP, the Pennsylvania State Police, are now covering the city of Uniontown during midnight shift.
Yeah.
And that does not mean that the Pennsylvania State Police are bringing in more people right now to cover the city of Uniontown. And there's not just a select few covering the city. In other words,
the response time is going to suffer.
Yeah. And look, PSP can only do what they have the manpower to do as well, right?
Right.
And I can't imagine what their call volume is.
And plus, they have an entire district that they have to cover, and not just Uniontown.
Correct. And it's so the city, and I don't know what the situation is with the negotiations between the union and the city for the police department or the contracts. I think the contract is up. It's at the end of this year for their current contract. But if they can't offer, and they're losing police officers left and right, good police officers to the hospital because the hospital's paying more, and they're not getting their what's kicked every night. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're not going into that much danger, relatively speaking.
But let me tell you what the main selling point for me to live in the city. I say to people all the time, it's the school district is the best one around for Uniontown.
Right.
Numbers don't lie. And you have a full-time police and fire department. And let me say, Bill, and I've said this before on the air, until you need them, the taxes are already outrageous in the city. I mean, way more than anywhere else around here. So with knowing that you're going to sleep at night, we can barely afford our taxes, but we like our house, we like our school district, and we stayed here or moved here even because we have a full-time police and fire department. But guess what? Are the taxes going to go down? The answer to that is no. So you're not getting what you're paying for.
This is also, I think, emblematic of, as I said, what's happening. 2 cities the size of Uniontown, Connellsville, they can't afford to have their police departments anymore.
Connellsville is offering $12,000 more a year.
No, but what I'm saying is that is what's happening with police departments that size. And you're seeing more and more cities and towns just, either merge with somebody else or just give it to the state police and wash their hands. I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm saying that's what's happening, and it's happening more and more often.
And I'm saying that I know from personal experience, my life being in danger, in the city, calling 911 and waiting 2 minutes.
That's a long
For
2
5
minutes.
people to show up. No, it's not. It's certainly not. If I'm calling in the city and I have to wait for a state trooper to come from Bullskin Township to the city of
That's going to be a
Uniontown,
little bit longer.
that's going to be a lot. That's life or death.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually 2 minutes, I'm not saying it's a long time. I'm saying it feels like a long time.
You know what I meant.
Yeah.
And so that's very concerning. And look, it's not like the criminals are going to say, hey, guys, let's take it easy tonight. They don't have very many people working the shift.
Yeah.
You literally have
as a matter of fact, the thieves work in the entirely opposite direction.
Exactly.
They'll say, oh, man, they don't have police locally? Let's go to town.
And so that's very concerning. I would like to hear from the mayor about this. I would like to hear from him. He is in charge of the police department. So me asking anyone on city council, the mayor is in charge. And I think it's important that we hear from him because we need to know, is this just going to be the new norm? Or how are they going to work to be able to figure it out with the contract going into the new year that this doesn't continue to happen?
Well, plus if it's a contract with the union, you know the union's going to be looking for better wages, better benefits, and things like that. Where do we go from there?
724-438-4593, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line.
And we'll take a break and be back with more on hour 1 of Hot Topics.
Ready to score big on your next home? Well, great news. Huge savings are waiting for you at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. From open floor plans perfect for game day parties to energy-efficient homes that will help you save money all season long, these homes are built to deliver. Don't wait on the sidelines. Make the winning play today and find the home that fits your family and lifestyle. Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon at 4500 Route 51. Pizza Kings in Connellsville is your go-to lunch and dinner spot with a full menu of mouth-watering pizzas and so much more. Using a deck oven helps our pizzas stay extra crisp, so if you haven't tried a slice lately, what are you waiting for? From our 50-slice King Carnivore to veggie pizzas and even pickle pizzas, Pizza King has the pie to match your taste. Pizza Kings, 1046 Morrell Avenue in Connellsville. Call 724-626-8343 or visit pizzakingswithaz.com.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Bring in 2026 with a New Year's Eve party to remember at the casino at Nemacolin. We've got the hottest slots and table games, mouth-watering food and drink specials, and live music from the incredible Metro Band. And don't miss our $26,000 midnight cash drawing. You could start the new year a winner. For all the details, visit CasinoNemacolin.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi everyone, this is Kelly Clark with Autoland Hyundai in downtown Uniontown. SUV season is here, and you can get that new, certified, or select pre-owned all-wheel drive that you've been looking for. It's just a test drive away. Let me show you how simple you can buy or lease your next vehicle. The season is changing, so fall into your best deal with me. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. 724-208-5281. Great selections, super pricing, and deals on your next wheels. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. I'll make you a good deal.
Having Hickson Boss Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller gladly answer healthcare questions and take care of your prescription needs. This is flu season. Call Hickson Boss at 724-437-2828 and ask about flu shot availability and other vaccines. Free prescription delivery, mail-out service, and dependable courteous service are Hickson Boss' way of doing business. Hickson Boss Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday.
Hot Topics, Kendall and Bill, and your calls on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Talk Line, 724-438-4593. Another local story. And Erica Stanish from KDKA TV has been covering this. The Lafayette Cemetery in Grindstone.
Oh, yeah.
They had some workers in heavy machinery in there working on Wednesday. And the TV station has been covering this. They apparently rolled heavy equipment over gravestones, the little pots that people put out with flowers, mementos, things like that, during the snowstorm.
Oh.
And there's a lot of people very upset about it. From their website, they saw that several tracks in the snow went right over headstones and with damaged American flags and decorations. And the thing is, yes, when we hear about people vandalizing headstones and things like that, that's reprehensible. But people are paying money to have their relatives and friends, loved ones, gravestones kept up. And
so what is Lafayette Cemetery saying?
They are saying that the folks that run it, Everstory Partners, was asked if it's typical that heavy machinery is driven directly on top of headstones, and if there was any protocol, and they haven't heard anything yet. Senator Ryan Warner, State Representative Ryan Warner, has said that these reports are disturbing and unacceptable, and his office is reaching out to the Pennsylvania Department of State to see how the cemetery can be held accountable. And he also said that if anybody has concerns or other issues, should contact the Pennsylvania Department of State, or they can contact his office. So
well, thank you to Eric.
This is the,
for keeping us posted.
Yeah, and I'm sure this is going to be an ongoing story.
Oh, I'm sure.
For a while. But yeah, can you imagine? I mean, I've seen some of the cemeteries in this area are not as well kept as others.
Yeah,
and
it's a lot to maintain. I mean, even local people will in the summertime just out of the goodness of their heart. I know Bill McIntyre's been doing the one in Smithfield for so long. Bill.
Yes.
We just got a comment on our WMBS Facebook page live chat. It's from John Marietta for the people of Fayette County.
Right.
Kendall, I just got a phone call that Scott blamed me for being behind his office's bad decisions. I am and have been out of the county all week on vacation with my wife. Maybe he should worry about the commissioner's office and not the recorder of deeds. John, I'm the one who said I suspect you're behind it. If Scott said that, he didn't say it on the
I
air.
didn't hear that on the air
with us, and I don't know what he's saying outside of that. But I'm saying
we can go back and check the tape.
And whoever's listening to the show, and since you're on vacation with your wife and don't have time for these kind of things, you got online, you're listening to the show, John, and you're commenting in the feed. You have my phone number. If you wanted to say something to me, you could have done that. But call in. You know the number, 724-438-4593. Speak up for yourself. You won't have anyone else on the show with you to be your voice piece or your mouthpiece. Just call in, and I'm the one that suspects that you are behind this story. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. give us a call. Let us know. And if somebody let you know that Scott said that, well, they're not being honest if they're referring to the show, because Scott did not just say that on the air.
Well, they're not listening well.
No, they're not. They're making up things in their mind.
Well, some people mishear stuff and they jump on it. You know what they say about what happens when you assume? It's anyways. Right. So they have a list out of the most mispronounced words of 2025.
Oh, are we don't have enough time for this?
Yeah, we got. It won't take that long. They only have 3.
Okay.
It's called the company Babbel.
Okay.
The language lessons. Also the captioning group, which is a closed captioning company, who, by the way, can't get stuff spelled right either. Yeah, I mean, have you ever watched a caption and go, well, that's not...
I'm big with closed captions, so yes.
The number 1, Zoran Mamdani, the new mayor of New York. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Part of the problem is that...
too late, John. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry, Bill. Yeah. John Marietta is out of the country and does not care. He's going to go back to the cruise he's on. I'm glad he's watching us while he's on his cruise. And he's going to have his campaign staff call us back at 2:15. Tell your campaign staff. Yeah, we have to go to break now for the news.
We're down to, by the way, the other 2 words are acetaminophen.
Acetaminophen.
Yeah, because of President Trump mangling the word.
Oh, yeah.
When during all that nonsense. And the Louvre.
Oh, yeah.
It is not Louvre.
Okay.
It's not Louvre.
Yeah.
It's Louvre. So those were the 3 most mispronounced words of 2025. This is your local station, WMBS. Hot Topics with Kendall and Bill. Back with more calls and more discussion. But first, we're going to take a break for the CBS News on your local station, WMBS, Uniontown.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. The Virginia man arrested yesterday for allegedly planting pipe bombs outside Republican and Democratic headquarters in Washington ahead of the January 6th Capitol riot made a brief court appearance today.
It was somewhat surprising. We didn't see him in court yesterday. Oftentimes when the Department of Justice announces a case, reveals a charging document and an affidavit, you'll see the defendant in the courthouse promptly.
CBS's Scott McFarland reports details were scarce yesterday.
We tried to ask what the suspected motive is here, because that really is so important in this unique case. Was there a connection between these pipe bombs and January 6th? They did not take our questions, and when one was asked, they didn't answer it directly. So we have no information about a motive or whether there's any connection to January 6th.
Michael Wallace reports a federal vaccine advisory committee has voted to end a long-standing recommendation that all babies get the hepatitis B vaccine on the day they're born.
It's absolutely devastating for the public health of our country.
The president of the American College of Physicians, Dr. Jason Goldman, says the panel is making a mistake by recommending the first shot be given at 2 months of age.
The evidence is overwhelming. This vaccine has been so successful. That's why we're not seeing as much chronic hepatitis B now.
Goldman hopes acting CDC Director Jim O'Neill will reject the committee's vote.
President Trump was on hand today at the Kennedy Center in Washington for the draw ceremony for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and he received a new Peace Prize. He's also expected to meet on the sidelines with the leaders of 2 neighboring countries to talk trade.
We've had a tremendous working relationship with Canada. We have our Prime Minister of Canada there, and we have our President of Mexico. And we've worked closely with those 2 countries, and the coordination and friendship and relationship has been outstanding, and I want to thank you both very much, and your countries very much.
The Federal Reserve's preferred measure of inflation slowed a bit in September, and that's likely to ease the way for a widely expected interest rate cut next week. Jason Brooks reports consumers are also feeling more optimistic.
The University of Michigan's December Consumer Sentiment Index perked up from the previous month. Sentiment got a boost from a 13% rise in expected personal finances, especially among younger consumers. Even with that gain, expectations for personal finances are down 12%, with consumers continuing to cite pressure from high prices.
On Wall Street at this hour, stocks are higher. The Dow Jones Industrial's up nearly 150 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Looking for a fireplace? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We specialize in fireplaces of all fuel types, such as gas, wood, pellet, and electric. We're now featuring Harmon pellet stoves from Forge and Flame, perfect for keeping your family warm and cozy. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to start planning for the winter season. Koval Building Supply, everything you need to make your house feel like home.
At Davis & Davis, we understand that facing legal challenges can be overwhelming. That's why we're here to guide you along the way. This is Attorney Jim Davis. With over 45 years of experience, our team is dedicated to fighting for your rights and making sure you get the maximum amount of money that you deserve. The best part is you won't pay us a penny until we win your case, and we will win your case. If you are hurt, injured, or need help with workers' compensation, call us today for a free consultation. Call 724-437-2799 and get the protection that you deserve.
Excitement in Italy today over the Olympic torch. Sabina Castelfranco reports from Rome.
The Olympic flame lit a preliminary cauldron at Rome's presidential palace today as a 63-day torch relay is about to begin on Saturday from the Marble Stadium in Rome. The torch will be carried all over Italy, starting with the first torchbearer, Olympic swimming champion Gregorio Paltrinelli. 10,000 more after him will carry the torch to Milan for the start of the Winter Games. Sabina Castelfranco, CBS News, Rome.
Researchers say the number of seafloor animals fell by 37% in a deep-sea mining exploration zone. The findings part of a study looking into the emerging industry's impact on biodiversity. Deep-sea habitats play a crucial role in the climate. I'm Cammie McCormick, CBS News.
The award-winning local district and statewide news is being brought to you by NovaCare Rehabilitation, a leading provider of preventative and rehabilitative services to promote physical wellness for patients of all ages and abilities. In your neighborhood with new state-of-the-art facilities on 104 Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Call 724-437-0556 for NovaCare. And now to the news. Good afternoon. It's 2:05. It's cloudy and 32 outside the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Injured call today for your free consultation, 724-437-2799. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano. We'll have sports and weather following the news. A South Connellsville barber shop will be closed for the near future after a vehicle crashed into the front of the building early Thursday morning. There were no injuries in the crash on the 1600 block of Pittsburgh Street, which happened just after 4 a.m. The crash awoke John Praw, who lives with his wife in the two-story house, where he has operated the barber shop for the past 21 years. Praw said the vehicle jumped the corner of the intersection and hit the front of the house, pushing the barber shop sideways and causing a lot of damage. Part of the porch was also damaged. Praw has already contacted his contractor. As of now, he doesn't have an estimate on what the repairs will cost, and Connellsville police are investigating. A Westmoreland County grand jury has charged former Ligonier Valley Police Chief John Berger with drug and theft-related offenses, alleging he used his position to acquire prescription pills from an alleged drug dealer and took narcotics from the department's drug take-back box while on duty. Berger turned himself into authorities today. He and a second defendant, Michael Hoopman, are charged as a result of an ongoing drug investigation and a presentment before a Westmoreland County grand jury. According to Westmoreland County District Attorney Nicole Ziccarelli, evidence and testimony presented before the grand jury detailed a mutual relationship between Hoopman and Berger, who was the Ligonier Valley Police Chief from 2019 until May of 2023. Nearly 100 people will lose their jobs with a just-announced closure of a snack manufacturing plant in Somerset County. The Snyder of Berlin plant will be closing in the coming months. The plant has been in operation since 1947. Utz Brands purchased the Snyder of Berlin company in 2019 and later sold the Somerset County plant to a company called Our Home. Our Home has not publicly stated a reason for the closure. Citing concerns over national security, more countries are being added to the U.S. travel ban. Rory O'Neill has more.
In June, the Trump administration banned the citizens of 12 countries from entering the U.S. and restricted citizens from 7 other nations. On Thursday, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem told Fox News the president was extending the ban to include citizens of over 30 nations. She did not say which ones. Immigration applications from 19 countries, including Afghanistan, were recently paused after 2 National Guard members were shot near the White House. I'm Rory O'Neill.
WNBS time is 2:08. We'll have sports and weather after this.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
In sports, tonight's the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS Laurel Highlands. They'll take on York. That game is at Ligonier Valley High School. We'll have radio and video coverage starting with the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame at 4:40, and tip-off is at 5:30. Penguins, they're 14-7-5. They will and have won 2 in a row. They visit the Dallas Stars Sunday night at 6 o'clock. And the Steelers, they're 6-6. They will battle the 6-6 Baltimore Ravens Sunday afternoon in Baltimore. First place in the AFC North on the line. We'll have the game on WMBS at 1 o'clock. Cloudy 35 for the rest of the afternoon. Cloudy down to 30 tonight. Same tomorrow, cloudy 36. We'll have rain and snow showers around on Sunday with a high of 38. Right now, cloudy and 32 outside the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios at 2:10 on this Friday. I'm TJ DeStefano. Up next, hour 2 of Hot Topics with Kendall and Bill here on WMBS. The award-winning local district and statewide news has been brought to you by NovaCare Rehabilitation, now offering telehealth and home-based care as well. Located on 104 Delaware Avenue in Uniontown, call 724-437-0556 for NovaCare.
The State Theater Center for the Arts wishes you a joyous Christmas and magical New Year. Why not give a gift of joy and entertainment in the new year? Tickets to the State Theater for an upcoming show are the perfect answer. To see the schedule of upcoming shows, purchase gift certificates or tickets, or take advantage of the Pick 3 subscription offer, call 724-439-1360 or visit their website at statetheater.info. Happy holidays from everyone at the State Theater Center for the Arts.
Well, it's time to trim the tree and maybe win some extra holiday green. Now, through Christmas Day, just be the 6th caller to 724-438-4593 whenever you hear,
Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree.
and you'll win $30 worth of Trim the Tree crossword scratch-off tickets, bursting with cheer and 5 top prizes of $30,000. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Must be 18 plus to play. Please play responsibly.
Hey everyone, this is Josh Krysak here letting you know that it's not too late to purchase a shed, carport, or building due to the cold weather that's upon us. Ron from Ultimate Structures will explain.
Here at Ultimate Structures, we go full-time, year-round to service our customers. Don't let the cold weather discourage you from purchasing the storage building for your needs. Our manufacturers and installation crews keep chugging through the cold weather. There may be minor delays due to snow and ice, but you can be assured every attempt will be made to get your building up and ready to protect your valuables.
That is great news to hear, Ron. Our listeners can still purchase a shed, carport, garage, or building to fit their needs.
Customers can call me anytime to discuss their needs at 724-557-3281. That's 724-557-3281. We can sit down and design what you desire. Come out to our mega lot to view models to fulfill your dreams. We are Ultimate Structures, satisfying Fayette County customers since 2007.
Zen's Antiques and Home Decor, part of the Cinder Shack family of vendors, where you can find both antique and new furniture, collectibles, housewares, gift items, including jewelry and candles, and so much more. Follow Zen's Antiques and Home Decor on Facebook for new items and information on upcoming events. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor in Building 2 at 3391 National Pike in Farmington. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority. Are you interested in earning your degree online or finishing your degree? Take your career to the next level at Salem University. Salem University offers more than 50 online degrees and certificate programs. Learn how you can advance your career with degrees in nursing, business, education, criminal justice, and IT. Salem has 4-week classes starting once a month. Contact Salem University by dialing 844-462-9128, option 1, or visit salemu.edu to see if you are eligible for our partnerships offering tuition scholarships.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Hot Topics, Kendall and Bill. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Talk Line 724-438-4593, and we are courtesy of
Tire Man's Auto Garage, K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Hicks and Bob's Drugstore, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, Gary's Auto Sales, and Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping. 724-438-4593, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Talk Line. We are open conversation. In the first half, because we have a caller on hold, we want to get to their call. The first half, we brought up the story that's going around by an alleged Robert Burns from an independent pen. We think it's a kind of site. Anyways, shared earlier this week, a story was shared claiming that the commissioners were in this shady contract with Ford Business Machines. Commissioner Dunn has since gone on the record, both on his Facebook page and on the show today, when he called in to debunk that. We are live streaming on our WMBS Facebook page, so if you want to go back and listen once the show's over. But so during this, afterwards, I said on the air that I suspect that John Marietta is behind pushing this story. Right. Okay. Well, then John commented, apparently he's on a cruise, and he said that, because he can't call in, I guess, maybe because of the cruise bill, he's going to have his campaign manager call in, which I'm not sure why he's using a campaign manager, but we're about to find out.
Yeah, exactly. So we go to the phone and say, hi, who are we talking with?
I'm John's campaign manager, TJ. So to answer Kendall's question first, the reason why he had his campaign manager call in is because the election ended on November 5th, and his services run until January 1st. So I am paid up until January 1st. So when my client calls me, because he's in St. Kitts.
Well, he called you? He called you?
Well, he messaged me through Facebook. And he's in St. Kitts right now with his wife. After, I feel like she deserves to go to St. Kitts after all the death threats he got during the campaign.
Right. Now, listen, the dramatics we don't need. But here's the thing.
Well, you're being dramatic. Let's do some integrity reporting, Kendall.
Let's do it.
You're doing opinions, right? And we all know what opinions are like, right?
So what kind of facts do you have for us?
Well, that's our job, by the way.
Her job's to report the news. If
No,
she
no,
we're not- no.
We are not journalists. We
No.
are opinion shows.
Okay. Well, okay, cool. Well, your opinions are like, well, they all stink. So here's the deal, Kendall.
Well, wait. First
John,
of all, TJ,
I
do you
have
know what we were?
access.
Do you know what we were stating? You're calling in to respond to. Do you know what that was?
Yeah, I have 3 people that have contacted John on his Facebook, and then John forwarded me those messages from his Facebook saying that either you or Scott said that.
But was it me or
he's
Scott?
behind
Was it me or Scott?
One person said it was Scott. 2 people have now said it was you. So, and you have said it was you.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So John has not been contacted by Robert Burns in any capacity. We did have questions for Commissioner Scott Dunn and Vince Vacides and Commissioner Kaufman at his budget hearing meeting. John did, and questioned why his office is paying $6,200 to Ford Business Machines or Office Solutions, whatever, because they have a subsidiary, and then the subsidiary is owned by John Garlow. And John Garlow did donate to Vince Vacides. I did look that up before I called you. It wasn't hard. It's on OpenSecrets.com. Yeah. It's in the article with the direct link, and the contract's there. So tell me this is a CoStar's contract without a CoStar's number. Tell me this is a CoStar's contract if it contains language that doesn't apply to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. This is how CoStar's works. And if you're going to do a $3.8 million contract through CoStar's, make sure it's an actual CoStar's contract. Otherwise, bid it out and give other businesses in Fayette County the chance to compete for that bid. If Scott doesn't like that, then he needs to talk to Ryan Warner and Charity Grimm about changing the law.
So
that's not his job to do.
Let me ask you, you're calling in as John Marietta's campaign manager. The election's
Do you have
over.
questions? Correct.
And if John,
I'm paid up until January 1st.
All right, and if John isn't behind this story to any capacity, other than just coincidentally asking a question at the commissioners' meeting about money being paid to Ford Business Machines.
Well, not at the commissioners' meeting. It was at the budget hearing meeting.
Okay, fine.
And
the
let's
budget
think.
hearing meeting. No, TJ.
Let's think who also could have released
You're being
it.
so defensive.
Well, because you're lying on somebody.
What have I
and
lied
you're
about?
Insinuating.
What have I
You're
lied about?
insinuating that John is behind this, and he's not.
I believe that he is. It's my
Well, I
suspicion
can
that
tell
he
you
is.
safely he's not.
Well, you really
Without
can't.
giving you access to his emails and his personal correspondence, which we'll never do, he's not.
Nor do I want it. He is
Let's think
not
of-
a United States Senator. He is the recorder of deeds. It's not that big of a deal.
Listen, here's the deal. I can tell you safely that since this article has come out, the Attorney General's office did contact John, and he said he had no comment on it.
The Attorney
That is
General's
about the
office
extent.
contacted John Marietta, the recorder of deeds for Fayette County, about an article written by a Robert Burns from the Independent Pen about copy. Why would
I'm pretty sure every row officer is going to get a phone call by the end of the week. I'm sure Rhodes is. I'm sure Suzanne is. I'm sure they all are. Because the copiers apply to every single office in that building. And they probably want to know what they're paying out of their budget and clarifying the budget with them.
So you're
That's
saying
what the
the
questions were to
Attorney
John.
General's office just got word of this, and now they're conducting a full-blown investigation, all the way down to contacting John Marietta, the recorder of deeds.
I can tell you
And
they
John
are. Yeah.
and
So
John
let's-
Marietta has never
Well,
reached out.
you know,
can you
that's kind of-
confirm that John Marietta never prior to that reached out to the Attorney
General's office?
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. You didn't. You are not John Marietta. You
John Marietta has
you
no
are not-
business with the Attorney General's
You are
office.
not John Marietta, though. If your
What do you
client,
think
if your
campaign
client,
managers do?
well, they do what their clients tell them to do.
You don't think that they're involved heavily in the day-to-day conversations
You do
of
not.
that kind of
You
have?
can't speak for John Marietta when it comes to has he ever contacted.
Well,
You're
I can tell you
assuming,
to the best
and you
of
know what
my
happens when
knowledge,
you
he has
assume.
never done it. And you know what happens when you make opinions and what they're like, Kendall.
So, yes, and you're doing the same thing.
They all
Again,
stink.
Again,
You say the same thing over and over again. I'm just repeating what you say back at you. You don't like it.
well, okay, you're very mature, TJ, and we appreciate your call.
So let me ask you something, Kendall. Flat out, did you see the contract?
Online?
Yeah, did you see the contract?
Yeah.
Where
I
does it
saw
say
it
IT
was,
services in the contract?
I saw what was posted. Well, they might have a separate contract for that.
Okay, but
And
that
have you ever-
contract
have you
is-
ever
okay,
listened to
cool.
this show
They have
before,
a
TJ?
separate contract.
Have
I
you ever-
have. They have a separate contract. You just said that. Scott admitted to it in his Facebook rant. Okay?
Okay.
So, but that means that is the copier contract. for $3.8 million over 11 semi-annual payments with no bid and no co-star language in it. Why do you think the Attorney General is asking questions?
I don't know that he is.
Because it's illegal.
Hey, and listen, if you say you've listened to our show before, there has never been a time on this show where we don't care. It's not personal for us. I like Scott Dunn. I like Vince Vicitis.
I know you like Scott.
I like
Vince.
all three of them. I don't have
You
a
love
personal
them a
problem
lot.
with John Marietta. But when it comes to Commissioner Dunn, when it comes to
Are you
Commissioner
running for
Vicitis,
commissioner,
when it comes to Commissioner Kaufman, when it comes to the Recorder of Deeds, when it comes to the Treasurer's Office, I don't give a crap what
Kendall,
who these people are
That
personally.
you're running for commissioner?
We care about the truth, and when it comes to politics on here, absolutely not. When it comes to politics
Kendall,
on here,
are you going to be running for commissioner?
no. Why are you asking me
What's
that?
the opinion of it? Because we have it on good authority that you're having exploratory to run for commissioner. Scott's not viable.
Wait, what did you say?
We have it on good. My investigators have it on good authority that you've been asking questions about your likelihood of getting elected commissioner.
First of all, I have never asked that question. How many times have I stated on this show, Bill, that I will never run for public office?
All the time.
Well, I can tell you,
never.
who did they fire recently? Well, who do you think released all that information? You're asking about John, and they just fired their chief clerk.
Now you can't. Are you alleging that she's the one behind that?
I'm not, but they're pissed off a lot of people. They pissed off a lot
Okay, and
of
John
employees.
Marietta. So you're to take such offense to me questioning whether or not John Marietta is behind the story, like
Because
that's.
you guys have been doing. All of Fayette County has been saying this man's going to jail.
I've never.
That he's faking death
Have we ever
threats.
said that, Bill?
I'm
We've
not saying
never
you have,
said
but
that.
All the campaign's over, so I get to say what I want as an employee now.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, if you want to call
and threatened to blow his brains out in front of his wife like Kennedy.
Okay,
and people commented on WMBS's things. Thank God for Brian removing them and blocking them. That he was lying about that. Mike Obel had to give a press release to the newspaper that if he found out who's doing it, to go into prison to get it to finally stop.
But listen, TJ, you're projecting this onto the show right now, and we've never ever spewed anything like that about John Marietta.
Oh, and by the way, Mike Obel is right. If he finds out who made those threats, they should face
As they
prosecution.
should.
Yes.
What does that have to do? We're talking about one article.
Because you guys have harassed this man, and he's just trying to run for Recorder of Deeds from nonstop because Scott Dunn doesn't want him in the recorder's office.
Well, and look, and that's their, and Scott doesn't have any control about that because the people elect those who are in office.
Correct, and he beat the establishment.
John Marietta has a show. He has a very strong
beat the
platform. He puts himself out there. We don't attack John on the show just for the fun of it. If we have questions or we have a problem or there's a story we're talking about and his name happens to come up, well, and John Marietta has been very critical of the commissioners.
Where did John Marietta's name ever come up in that article?
It came up in regards to the article because I said I wouldn't be shocked because I wouldn't be surprised if he was behind it.
But
you're saying he wasn't. Who cares if he is?
Hypothetically, even if he was, is that a co-star's contract?
I don't know enough to comment on that.
So then you shouldn't comment on it. If you don't know, do your research before you get on the air.
You should do your research too.
I have. I know what a co-star's contract is because I've worked on state representative campaigns and I've worked on state senator campaigns.
All right,
and I've worked on presidential
then you know what?
campaigns.
Then you're going to be behind this breakthrough story then.
Yeah, and we, by the way, are open to any information.
All the time. But not, listen.
You can email Robert Burns all you want. He put it out on Facebook on Scott's post, his email. It's robertburns@independentpen.com.
By the way, what is Independent Pen?
It's a affiliate of yournews.com, which is a conservative online paper, from what I gather.
Okay, yeah, because I've seen that some of the stories are also posted on yournews.com.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, it's just a sub-affiliate of Your News that posts on Your News.
Okay.
They were critical at John at one point.
They
they have the right to do that.
Yeah, that's their job. Hey,
Wait, also, TJ, next time if you ever call on the show again, check your attitude. Because you had no reason.
You should check yours too, Kendall.
It's our show. It's our show, by the way.
If you don't like it, don't take the calls.
Well, and next time we won't take your call because you know what? You have every right to call in.
You like to silence dissenting opinions.
John Marietta is welcome to come on this show anytime he wants. But you can't call in as a mouthpiece for your client when this has not have anything to do with the election.
Why would he go on your show? He has more listeners than you do.
Okay.
He can go on his show.
I know I don't want to go on his show.
Kendall.
But next time, unless this is about the campaign, you really can't speak for your client on things that you really don't even know what you're talking about.
I really can.
Okay.
I'm an American citizen. It's called the First Amendment. Learn, Kendall.
Well, you take good care.
Hey, thanks, TJ. We appreciate it.
Have a blessed day, Kendall.
You too.
Have the day you deserve, Kendall.
All right. Well, that kind of went against the have a blessed day thing, didn't it? Anyway, but...
all over. And you know what?
Yes,
But by the way, people, I am never running for commissioner. I'm never running for...
I hope not, because then we won't have you here.
Yeah, don't worry, Bill. I'm never running for office.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back because this has triggered something that I've seen on the bigger picture that's very disturbing to me. I'll let you know. That's next on your local station.
The holidays are here, and so are all the cookies and big family dinners. I don't want to lose the progress I've made this year.
I get it. That's why I went to Montgomery Medical in Smithfield. They've got GLP-1 weight management support to help you stay on track, even through the holidays.
Really? I didn't know they did that.
Oh, yeah. Plus, they handle walk-in acute care, family primary care, and all kinds of wellness services. They're like your one-stop medical home.
Sounds perfect. I'm calling Montgomery Medical. Time to make this my healthiest holiday yet.
Montgomery Medical in Smithfield. Family tradition of family medicine.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Pizza King's in Connellsville is your go-to lunch and dinner spot with a full menu of mouth-watering pizzas and so much more. Using a deck oven helps our pizzas stay extra crisp. So if you haven't tried a slice lately, what are you waiting for? From our 50-slice King Carnivore to veggie pizzas and even pickle pizzas, Pizza King has the pie to match your taste. Pizza King's, 1046 Morrell Avenue in Connellsville. Call 724-626-8343 or visit pizzakingswithaz.com.
Yeah, they're the people I trust. It's the place I go. Home Warehouse, where a house becomes a home.
Home Warehouse thanks you for once again voting them the best in Fayette for home improvements and windows, and they know how to make your house a happy home. Save on energy costs, keep out drafts, and update your home with beautiful new windows, doors, and storm doors from Home Warehouse, your one-stop shop for your exterior building needs. Roofing, shingles, metal, and commercial rubber roofing, shutters, siding, soffit and fascia, railing, as well as flooring, home and gun safes, wood pellets, and dog food too. So for selection, great prices, and hometown service, see Sandy and Donnie at Home Warehouse, Connellsville Street in Uniontown, wishing you a happy holiday season. Shop Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, Saturday, 8 to noon, closed Sunday and holidays.
Home Warehouse, where a house becomes a home.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Having Hicks & Baugh's Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller gladly answer healthcare questions and take care of your prescription needs. This is flu season. Call Hicks & Baugh's at 724-437-2828 and ask about flu shot availability and other vaccines. Free prescription delivery, mail-out service, and dependable courteous service are Hicks & Baugh's way of doing business. Hicks & Baugh's Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday.
WMBS.
Hot Topics, Kendall and Bill, and you. The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. Hi, you're on the air. Who are we speaking with?
Hi, this is Jim St. Philly.
Hey, Jim.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's got to be real quick because I'm waiting to go into a doctor's office.
Okay,
but
yeah.
I just wanted to make one comment. I was done with all this on November 5th. As you know, I ran against John Marietta for Recorder of Deeds, and I lost, and I took the loss. But the only thing is, I just want to make one statement to put out there to your listeners that during the campaign, John Marietta was asked if he had anything to do with T.J. Cosin, and he said no.
Oh, really?
Now he's his campaign manager. So something's fishy there, and I know I'm going to get backlash on this. And like I said, I'm done with it. They want to know why people don't run for office anymore. This is why. Social media is the backbone of why people don't run.
Let me ask you something. Let me interrupt you because I know you don't have much time. And honestly, I don't have Jim Santilli's number. I know Jim Santilli to see him out and about and say hello. I just saw him at the turkey trot. But otherwise, Jim Santilli and I do not know each other. I did not set this. I did not set this call up, which is crazy. That was only a month ago, that election. But so John. So you say that John Marietta was asked if he had any involvement with T.J. Cosin.
It's all on Facebook and
but
all.
Why would one? But why would one be wondering if he was involved with a T.J. Cosin?
T.J. Cosin is from Bucks County, the eastern part of the state. It has nothing to do with Fayette County. And that was the big deal with John's people, and I swear I'd never use his name, but my opponent at the time, I don't want to say too much more because I know I'm going to get backlash, and it's going to come out with all of his cohorts and people that back him, and God bless him. He won. I look at it as loss, and I told my wife this. I look at this loss as a gain for me. Yeah. It was a win. It was a win for me to get me out of politics because I would never, ever run for politics again. Even though I only lost by 1,100 votes out of 30,000 votes cast, I would never run for political office again in this county because of the whole situation is bad. It's negativity. It's fighting. It's calling people names. And that's the thing with the people that he has on his side. They're just name calling. I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's just totally unbelievable.
And no offense to what you're running for. Like I said earlier, it's not like it's the U.S. Senate, okay? It's recorder.
I said that before. I wasn't running for governor. I wasn't running for commissioner. I was running for recorder of deeds.
Well, now we know that we have two people that are not running for office: Kendall and Jim Santilli.
What about you, Bill?
You got that right.
Well, that's three then. Because I sure as hell ain't running. Hey, Jim.
Hey, Jim. Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
And if you want to join us on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593, I would no more run for office. And this gets into something. By the way, I do believe John had death threats. I believe Jim Santilli. I think that if you put yourself up, I'm surprised we haven't, that I know of.
I think you and I are much more likely to have death threats against us than John Marietta for recorder of deeds.
I think that anybody that's high, and I'll tell you why.
Bill, it's an administrative position.
But it's also political, and that's where our politics are, and that's what I want to talk about right now. Because I had what was a very disturbing conversation a while back with someone, and we were talking about President Trump. Now, this guy is a Trump hater.
Okay.
There's lots of them out there, I understand. I'm not too fond of him either.
I was going to say, sometimes you hate.
No, I don't hate, but, well,
you
not on
some
this.
Shade. You throw some
well,
shade.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you what. And we were talking about it, and then he just piped up with, I just can't wait until this guy is dead. I said, what? He said, I just can't wait till we're done with this guy and he's gone away. I said, you do know that's a sin to wish somebody dead. And he said, I know, but I hate this guy so much that I don't care.
Wow.
So, well, burn in hell. But the problem I have with that, this is a reasonable human being. This is a person that...
Oh, otherwise you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has a normal job.
Yeah.
You know, not a black helicopter type in the basement with the AK-47s. This is just a normal person. And if this is the kind of attitude that people are having right now and finding acceptable, then there's some lunatic out there that's got the same attitude that does have a basement full of AK-47s.
I hear you. But
I think it's terrifying.
How did this right, it is terrifying. And anybody that makes death threats against anyone should be prosecuted. Believe me, I agree.
Yeah.
But how did a conversation about an article regarding Ford Business Machines and Fayette County, Commissioner Dunn calling in, giving his side of the story, clearing the record, and then me saying, I would have to think, or I suspect that John Marietta might be behind this. John Marietta has been, and then John Marietta taking such offense, and then his campaign manager calling in taking such offense, took it, honestly, it seemed like the campaign manager took it more personally than John. But how John Marietta has been so vocal and critical of the commissioners.
Right.
So that's not...
This is right, yeah. And,
on his show, on WMBS. Yeah. So for me to say something as silly and like not a big deal as, I bet John's behind this. Like that would be such a far stretch.
That is where we are right now. Where people are ready to jump on
sensitive.
Every little thing. I mean, they are looking at, for instance, I'll use President Trump again. They are looking at everything that he says, and now they're doing the whole cognitive, what Joe, and by the way, this is what they put Joe Biden through, so
Hey, yep.
Turnabout is fair play.
Yep.
724-438-4593, WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Talk Line. Hi, you're on Hot Topics. Who are we speaking with here?
Yes, afternoon, guys. This is James. Can I talk to you real quick here?
You can.
How's everybody doing?
We're doing decent. How about you?
Good. Quick question. Well, I'm sorry, not question. I kind of put two and two together after Jim called. Now, he's saying, correct me if I'm wrong, is this guy's name that he brought up TJ Kosin or Kosin, Kosin? Is that, am I correct in saying that?
He didn't say his last name. He said TJ.
Okay. I'm pretty sure his name was, he said his last name, Kosin, and you're mentioning Bucks County. Well, not you, but he mentioned Bucks County. Okay, now follow me on this here a little bit. There's 2 and 2 is 4 to me now. There was a female, her name was Brittany Kosin, that ran for a supervisor position out in Bucks County against a Republican. She was a libertarian. On her page, you can look this up, Kendall, on Brittany Kosin's page, who ran as a libertarian against this Republican, one of her main backers and sponsors, well, I shouldn't say sponsors, but endorsements came from John Marietta. So, and I called Russ, that was weeks ago before the election, and I told him that. I said, Russ, here's a person that isn't even, he's not supporting the Republican Party. He's out there backing somebody that's running as a libertarian, running against people that are, of the Republican Party. And Russ's statement, I believe that he said, well, at that time, the Reagan Republicans were not backing John Marietta in the election and didn't endorse him. But the point is, here's a person that says he's a Republican and continues to say, no, I've not endorsed any libertarians and right on this girl's page, he was a major endorsement of it. If you look it up, I'm not making this up. I mean, it was on her page. But this is 2 + 2 is 4 here, because if this is TJ Cossin or Cosin, it's got to be some relative here. So there is something going on, buddy, or something happening. And I don't know. Again, I don't know why Bucks County, but it just put. I'm sorry to bother, but it just put two and two together. Like, okay, this makes sense if this is the name that's coming around. Because these people aren't even from here. But he did say something. He did say in a program that he wanted Brittany, when she won, to bring more of her ideas and everything to Fayette County.
John said that?
Yes. You can go back
James,
in programs.
I have a question.
I'm not making any of this up.
We don't see why you would want to do that, but especially if you're saying we could verify it online. James, are you the James that you're commenting in the feed right now?
No.
You're not.
No.
It's a different James.
Yeah.
Well, it's a fairly common name.
But I've been thinking this whole time that the James we're talking to is the James that we haven't heard from you in a while, and I thought you went to the keyboard.
Nope.
Anyways, all right, got it. James, thanks so much for calling in.
Thank you, James.
Okay.
Take care.
Hi, you're on Hot Topics. Who are we speaking with?
Hello, you're speaking with Mark from Republic.
Mark from Republic.
Hey there.
Yeah. Hey, Kendall, congratulations. You just won the election for one of our next county supervisor seats.
Yes. I have to. Now I don't have to spend any money or put any signs out.
That's right, Kendall. I mean, you're elected as one of our next commissioners.
Thank you. Would you vote for me, Mark?
You darn right. I'm going to vote for you.
Okay.
And I'm going to vote for the hillbilly, because you two are going to fight it out.
Yeah, but I will say that she is far more attractive than any of the other commissioners. So
thank you,
Bill. Oh, I'm definitely going to vote for her. You know. Well,
hey, what do you think got John Kennedy elected? You know?
Yeah. Well, after Susan Chesaluch, we need a woman there a little bit more cleaner dignity and.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You don't. I know Kendall a little bit better than you are. If there's anybody that doesn't have false dignity, it's Kendall.
But for the listeners, if you're just tuning in, I'm not running for anything. Right. I've never ever said I was going to run for commissioner.
All right. Repeat after me, Kendall. If nominated, I will not run.
If nominated, I will not run.
If elected, I will not serve.
If elected, I will definitely not serve.
Okay.
I think I heard that before.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe that was during his march through Atlanta. Anyway, hey, Mark, thanks a lot for the call.
Right. Bye-bye.
Stay warm.
Hi, you're on Hot Topics. Who are we speaking with?
This is Bill. How you doing, Kendall and Bill?
We're doing great.
Hey there.
Hi. I'm not doing all right. I'm in the hospital.
Oh, no.
You're kidding.
What a horrible time to be in the hospital. Well, there's no good time, but...
Yeah, I had to have surgery on my knee. And
well, you will... You're not thinking it now, but in about 6 months, you're going to be going, boy, I'm glad I had that surgery on my knee.
I hope you're right, because I have to go to rehab for about 2 weeks, so I'll be out of commission for a while. But I just want to call and see. I don't want to change the subject because you got on here talking about Fayette County. And I don't live in Fayette County. I don't know what your thoughts were about the Steelers and how they've been playing the last couple of weeks. I didn't even watch the game last week because I simply couldn't get to where I wanted to go.
It was painful.
Yeah.
I think people are wasting their time with the Tomlin must go, because I don't think they're going to fire him.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I've been wrong a lot.
Yeah, they're not going to, I don't think. Well, I get to lecture this week to watch it with myself.
Okay, yeah.
I'll be in the hospital and I'll be watching it by myself, and if I fall asleep, guess what? Nobody can tell me the stupid plays they played.
And not only that, but if your blood pressure spikes, there'll be an alarm at the nurse's station and they'll come take care of you.
I'll just say, give me a Budweiser and it'll calm me right back down.
I don't...
No, sometimes you can. Do you want us to come sneak you up a beer?
Yeah, sure.
What kind of beer you want?
Budweiser.
Bottle or can?
I can.
Okay.
Yeah, bottles clink. They
Yeah,
might
true.
hear.
True. Okay. All right, we'll run you up some Budweiser.
Hey,
There you go.
Mark,
Wink, wink.
feel better.
Yes,
we appreciate
feel better.
it.
Keep us posted.
This is Bill. Okay,
Bill,
you guys take care of yourself. I just want to call and say hi. And God bless all your listeners and Go Steelers. You guys take care. Have a good weekend.
You take good care.
All right, thank you. Bye now.
Yeah, go Steelers and take the Pirates with you. WMBS Hot Topics with Kendall and Bill. We'll wrap up the hour after this.
Take the fact book.
Caring for an aging parent or a loved one with medical needs? FACT, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, can help. Seniors 65 and older ride free on our fixed routes. People with disabilities get discounted shared rides. And if your loved one has medical assistance, their trips to doctors or treatment are covered under the shared ride program. Give them safe, reliable independence and yourself peace of mind. Call 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com. FACT, your community, your connection.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
For the best lunch spot in town, visit Titlow Tavern and Grill on West Main Street in Uniontown. Serving up lunch including daily specials and daily dinner specials, including Wednesday pasta and parm nights with chicken parm for $15 and veal parm for $19. And half-priced apps and $1 off drinks during happy hour Tuesday through Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. and Saturday from 9 to 10. Titlow's is also booking private parties. Call them today, 724-437-6749, or order online.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has two convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borges.
Hi folks, Sal Santori here, inviting you to tune in for our new show, 100% Truth, right here on WMBS 590 AM and 101.1 FM. We talk with neighbors about what current proposed legislation could do to our community service providers like our fire companies, VFWs, and favorite bars and restaurants, just to name a few. Join us every Sunday morning at 6, Monday drive at 5:15, and Tuesday to start your lunch at 11:15.
Hey love, I'm Tiffany from Tiffany Smith Fine Art Studios, serving up confidence boosts in Periopolis in our brand new luxury studio in downtown Pittsburgh. I'm not just here to take your picture, I'm here to help you remember who you are. Whether it's been a wild few years or you're just feeling a little blah, this is your permission slip to feel powerful again. You'll laugh, maybe cry, and leave feeling like that girl. Book your experience at TiffanySmithFineArtStudios.com because you deserve to be seen.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729 for mental health urgent care at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional.
It's the most wonderful.
And this is Hot Topics with Kendall and Bill. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Talk Line, 724-438-4593. Hi, you're on Hot Topics. Who are we speaking with?
Hi, it's Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark. How you doing?
Good. I've been listening to WABC Radio 77 out of New York.
Okay.
And, of course, Matt's from Long Island on your station. And Rita Cosby, she's just dynamite. She's on before Lionel comes on after a minute.
Mark,
yeah.
you're calling in to a radio station promoting another radio station.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say about these generated dolls that intelligence teddy bears and things like that. Now, Lionel's wife, and I forget her name, but she was on one night for an hour talking about how terrible it is to get your kids one of these. And of course, they are banning the super intelligent ones, from what I understand. I don't know if it's starting January or, but they are terrible. And, they start talking and they listen to you and they learn. And then they start going off into some terrible subject matter with, it could be a 5-year-old kid.
Yeah, they were like one of these AI teddy bears was giving out instructions on how to build a bomb, if I remember correctly.
Oh, my. And then, I have a lot of, my daughter, she's been reconstructing pictures of me doing, like jumping the Grand Canyon on a motorcycle with flames coming, and they look so real.
Yep.
And I'm holding a parasail going over Niagara Falls on the motorcycle with a CB radio in my hand. It is so amazing what you can do, and you just ask it to do it. And she said, "Okay," I said, "Give me a red and white striped hat and a red."
You could
be, and we laugh. Me and my daughter laugh for like an hour. We can't take it some more. She gets okay, coming right up, and then I'll get up. Sit there. I can't even call her back. I'm in hysterics.
Well, Mark, I will be looking online for pictures of you, probably shaking hands with Franklin Roosevelt and things like that.
I'm going to have my daughter send a few of me on the motorcycle.
Yeah, that sounds like it's interesting. Mark, anything else on your mind, sir?
Just like everybody in America, find things that are going to make you laugh. And just do things that are, and I've been videoing up. One place you ought to go to is Benesett up there with start the town of Benesett. They have a nice hotel you can rent. It's been there, and they have hunting cabins and things that are not enough. But you can watch the moose run around town with these gigantic.
Well, and then somebody will generate a picture of you riding that moose. Hey, Mark, have a great weekend. Take care.
Okay.
You bet.
Thank you.
Take care, Mark.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. And 724-438-4593, WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Talk Line. On another matter, just to go out with a little bit lighter, have you done your Christmas card? Do you even do Christmas cards?
I don't send like that. What am I going to send a picture of myself?
Well, why not?
Oh, Bill.
Come on, you can dress up like Mariah Carey and in the album cover and things like that.
It's not. I can't. I mean, that would maybe be good for my campaign.
Yeah, exactly. You don't even need to run to be elected, I think. But the problem. This is a true story. I worked for a gentleman who owned a radio station, and he was also an announcer on the station, and he was thinking about running for mayor. And he talked to his lawyer and said, "Lawyer, don't do it." The lawyer said, "Don't do it because every single piece of audio on this station would have to be taken off and redone."
Why?
Because of the equal time.
You mean?
Yeah,
even before the window?
Yeah.
No.
Even during the window. Well, it still has to be redone whether you do it before the window or not.
So you're saying that would be the case if I'm saying right now I'm going to...
Yeah, everything that has your voice on it would have to be. Luckily, you don't do any liners for us, but.
Oh, I see. Not the content of the show.
But every commercial you've recorded.
Well, I have a couple commercials out there, Bill.
Yes, you do, and probably will have more. Hi, you're on Hot Topics. Who are we speaking with?
This is Leanne, guys, getting a call in before the end of the show. I honestly, Miss Emma's turned you off, not because of you folks, but because of the rant from whoever TJ is, and I don't even want to go there. But, Bill, you brought up a topic that's near and dear to my heart, and that is the sending of the Christmas card, okay?
Do you still do
go
it?
Ahead. a dying art. I
It is. Do you send out a card, Leanne, with like a year, a little letter about like what you did that year?
No, because those are the devil. Those are the devil.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I don't think everybody won the Nobel Prize every year.
Yeah, or everybody's child has been accepted to Harvard on a scholarship. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I usually included a sentence or two that is pertinent to the particular person that I'm sending the card to.
Hey, now
and family members I see all the time know all this. So, but I think I sent around 65 Christmas cards.
Holy that's
yeah, I've always sent a lot of Christmas cards because for some of my friends that's the only time we communicate, and we've been doing this for years and years. And to those persons, I write several paragraphs, to update them.
Yeah.
But I just really enjoy it, and whether it's a lost art or not, of course you have to start buying your stamps months before so you don't go broke.
Yeah, I was going to say, all these people should appreciate the fact that you think enough of them to spend almost $1. Actually, with the cost of the stamp. Real quick, because I'm going to ask both of you, which is more impactful, to hand somebody a Christmas card or to mail it to them?
I think they're equal.
Well,
they're equal to me.
What happens if you... I'm sorry, Kendall, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh,
Go
they're
ahead.
equal to me. Bill? Leanne?
It depends on the situation. Once again, if you include a Christmas card with your gift, well, in my heart of hearts, instead of making it look like you're being practicing good stewardship of your money, it kind of makes you look like you're cheap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or handing it in person makes it look like. Although, if you work with somebody, like
that's different.
Yeah, if I'm going to hand Kendall a Christmas card, not now because I haven't written it yet, but I'm.
Yeah, when I worked, I used to put my colleagues' Christmas cards in their company mailboxes, and so it wasn't quite the "Hi, Merry Christmas," type thing. People like to get mail; they really do. As long that isn't bills. So
or advertisements for Medicare and Medicaid plans.
Yeah, we do all those. But anyway, I see you're running out of time, guys.
Yeah.
So
It's
hang
really
in there,
nice to
okay?
hear from you, Leanne.
Yeah, thank you, Leanne. We'll talk
Thank
to
you.
you.
I hope you got my Christmas card. Is it on display at WWF?
I was just going to ask if you sent one, it's out here because Doreen keeps up on that stuff.
Hey,
Okie doke. It's a Charlie Brown. Take a look at it.
Okay.
Take care, guys. Have a good weekend.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
You too. And that pretty much wraps it up. Democratic Radio Hour is up next. And we'll be back in next Friday with Hot Topics with Kendall and Bill and whoever else calls on your local station, WMBS Uniontown.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. The Supreme Court will decide the issue of birthright citizenship. Linda Kenyon reports.
Birthright citizenship, as outlined in the 14th Amendment, has been challenged by President Trump's executive order that states children born to parents who are in the U.S. illegally or temporarily are not automatically American citizens. The order, which is part of the president's crackdown on immigration, would upend more than 125 years of interpretation of the amendment, which grants citizenship to everyone born on U.S. soil with some narrow